The first time I heard it, I thought it was just the pipes. A low hum somewhere behind the walls of the building, steady and rhythmic, like a slow heartbeat. It was 2:47 a.m., and I was the only one left on the 7th floor of the office tower. My job was to check server temps, sign off maintenance logs, and lock the doors. Nothing special. Except that night, everything felt wrong. The lights on the far side of the corridor flickered in a perfect 3-second pattern, on, off, on. Too precise to be random. The hum shifted pitch whenever I walked closer, as if reacting to my footsteps. I told myself I was tired. 16-hour week, 2 coffees too many. I packed my laptop, turned off the monitors, and hit the elevator button. Then it happened. From behind the metal doors came a whisper. Not loud, not human either. Said my name. Just once. I froze, staring at my reflection in the chrome panel. The hum from the walls grew faint, then stopped entirely. Silence pressed in so hard I could hear my pulse. I stepped back, half laughing, trying to shake it off. I even said, "Yeah, funny," to no one. The elevator opened. Empty. I rode down, watching the floor numbers glow in soft orange. 7, 6, 5. The hum returned, but now it came from inside the cabin. I pressed my ear to the metal wall and heard what sounded like breathing. I got off on the 1st floor, walked through the lobby, and told the night guard everything was fine. But when I passed the glass doors, my reflection didn't move right away. It lagged half a second late. By the time I reached my car, the sound had followed me again. Low, steady, vibrating through the air vents. I turned off the engine, but it kept going, somewhere inside the dashboard. That night, in bed, I left the light on. My phone recorded soft static for hours. When I checked the file in the morning, there was one clear word at 3:14 a.m. My name again, and something else. A second voice, whispering right after, "Don't come back." I didn't go back the next day. I told my manager I was sick, and for a while I believed that. The kind of sick that comes from not sleeping, from checking the corners of your room too many times. But the truth was simpler. I was afraid. Still, by the 3rd day, the hum was back. Started faint, like a vibration under the floorboards. I unplugged everything, the fridge, the router, even the lamp, but the sound didn't stop. It came from nowhere and everywhere at once. I downloaded a decibel app, thinking I'd catch a reading. Every time I pointed the phone toward the noise, it dropped to silence. When I turned it away, the hum resumed. That's when I realized it wasn't mechanical. That night, I left the apartment. I drove without direction until I saw the office tower again. The building stood in the middle of the financial district, all glass and white light, empty after dark. My keycard still worked. Inside, everything smelled like dust and cold metal. The hum seemed to fade as I rode the elevator up. My reflection looked normal this time. I almost laughed. The 7th floor was dark except for the faint blue glow from the server room. Rows of racks blinked in quiet rhythm, like machines breathing in sync. I stood still, listening. Nothing. Then I noticed one of the server panels was off. No lights, just a black rectangle where there should have been a soft flicker. I knelt to check the power switch and froze. Someone had written something on the dust-covered panel. For letters. My name. I stepped back. The hum returned, louder now, vibrating through the walls, pulsing through the floor. I turned to leave, but the hallway lights turned on one by one. Click, 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 leading back toward the elevator. Except the last one at the end stayed dark. I took a few steps forward. The hum changed, slower, deeper, like breathing again. The elevator doors slid open on their own, though I hadn't pressed anything. Inside, the panel lights glowed faintly. The 7 button flickered. My phone buzzed. Unknown number. One message. You shouldn't have come back. I stared at the screen, then at the open elevator. For some reason, I walked in. As soon as the doors closed, every light inside died. The hum turned into a low growl. The numbers on the display froze. 7 stayed lit. Then, faintly, the floor began to move. Not down. Kept going. Past 8. Past 9. The numbers weren't even supposed to exist. There were only 7 floors in the building. I slammed every button. Nothing. The air turned heavy, metallic. I could hear static like a detuned radio, and under that, voices. Faint, whispering, overlapping. My name again, and another phrase I couldn't make out. Then the elevator stopped. The doors slid open to black. No lights, no hallway. Just the sound of that slow hum, pulsing in the dark. I didn't step out. I just stood there, waiting for something to happen. After what felt like minutes, the elevator shuddered and dropped fast, like gravity remembered me. When it hit the ground, the doors opened to the lobby again. Empty, silent. Everything looked normal. But when I turned to leave, I noticed my reflection in the glass doors again. It was still staring at me, but its lips were moving, whispering something I couldn't hear. The next morning, I called in again. This time, I didn't bother lying. I just said, "I can't come in," and hung up. My voice sounded flat, like I was talking from somewhere else. I hadn't slept. The hum was in the walls again, but now it came in pulses, like code. I tried recording it, nothing. I tried earplugs, useless. I tried blasting music, it seeped through. At noon, my phone buzzed. A voicemail. Unknown number again. When I played it, all I heard was static. Then, buried under the noise, a few clear words. "You went past the 7th. That sentence froze me. I searched the building's blueprints online. 7 floors, no hidden levels, nothing strange. But when I zoomed in on the elevator shaft diagram, there was a faint line beneath the basement level. Unmarked. Just a shadow in the scan. That night, I drove back. I don't know why. Curiosity or maybe something stronger. The hum started the moment I parked, like it knew I'd returned. Inside, the lobby was colder than before. The lights flickered irregularly now, offbeat, erratic. I walked to the elevator, pressed B for basement. The doors closed slowly, almost reluctantly. The descent felt endless. The hum deepened until it was more vibration than sound. My phone flashlight barely worked. It flickered too. When the doors finally opened, I saw a narrow hallway. Concrete walls, wet floor, no sign of use. At the far end was another metal door, slightly open. The hum came from behind it. I pushed it wider. The sound hit me full, louder, heavier, almost physical. Inside was a small maintenance room filled with broken monitors, old servers, and one standing mirror against the wall. The mirror was wrong. The reflection wasn't matching. My movements lagged again, just like before, but this time it was clearer. The other me was still staring after I turned away. Then it smiled. I froze. My reflection lifted its hand, slower than mine, and pressed its palm against the glass. I didn't move, but the mirror surface rippled outward, like water. The hum surged. The light in the room turned white, blinding. For a moment, I felt pulled forward, weightless, sound vibrating through my chest like a second heartbeat. When I came to, I was in the elevator. Doors open, back on the first floor. Everything silent. I stumbled out, ran through the lobby, and didn't stop until I reached my car. The reflection in the glass doors was gone. At home, I checked my phone. The Decibel app was still running. It had recorded something, 3 minutes of audio, pure silence, then one faint whisper at the end. Not my name this time, just 2 words. You stayed. I moved out a week later. I don't go near elevators now. But sometimes, when it's late and the house is quiet, I feel a vibration under the floorboards. Steady, rhythmic, familiar. Like a slow heartbeat, somewhere just beneath me. And if I listen long enough, I can almost hear breathing.